Last night I was acting a fool on social. Who's on? I take Kimochi's on. Okay, but she's just going rough for a while. I usually don't care too much for Aitai Kimochi's streams because she's just a grown-ass woman in Japan who translates some shit 'cause she lives in Japan, and that's about it. She's not necessarily square dev with super insight. She just has the unfair advantage of actually being a native Japanese speaker with some English speaking abilities and excellent English speaking abilities, actually. Let me take a look, see what I gotta do. I saw the Boruto One Piece spoilers. I didn't bother to watch the Dragon Ball spoilers. I will say this much, and it's not due to the content of the story. Boruto's manga going on a hiatus is a disappointment for me. Having to come back in August, us missing out on a June 20th chapter, or July 20th chapter, because of the Minato one-shot. It's kind of a blow. I was hoping that there was going to be a little bit of some content to buffer us so that when anime comes back it has some shit to adapt. Now I know the anime is going to do some dumb shit. They're not going to know what to do though, because that anime likes to market itself to kids super hard. I won't comment on the spoilers until it's time to actually read the chapter, which what is this day? Let me look at this shit, see all the recipes. So I got pasta. Alright, so now we can just let me check something really quickly. So how many of these quests have I completed? Alright, so we just gotta turn that in and go to the journalist spot. Belgard Gate, it's so weird, man. Like, in terms of this year, it's a hard time to be a weeaboo, because the free manga that I predominantly speak about, because Berserk, it's always up in the air. It's gonna get a new chapter later this month, which is a good thing. There's Boruto, which I really like Boruto, but it having a hiatus that it's going to last until the summer is about to like wrap up. It's such a disappointment. It's a terrible time to be a weeaboo if you're just caught up in seeing the Boruto story come into fruition. I was thinking this story was going to wrap up sometime in 2025. Now I'm thinking early 2026 is when all of this should be wrapping up. And if they keep it up, like next year, we gotta wait a lot more. That's way too annoying. Like, no, anime is not gonna be able to last this long because anime tries to be like so kid-oriented. It's just not gonna fit with all of the shit they have unless they decide, you know, we're gonna adapt the Shinden, the Hiden, both the Shinden books that we haven't done so already. I mean, we're still gonna get a buffer because of August chapter, the September chapter, all of that stuff. Those two chapters not being there in those designated spots, that is a blow. Like, you can see the Kevin Hart disappointed face meme. You know, with him like licking his lips in frustration. That's me right now. The actual content of the chapter, I know is gonna be like pretty interesting. Boruto tends to be one of those things where a chapter in spoilers is consistently as interesting as in context, whereas stuff like Naruto, Bleach, and even One Piece, if it sounds boring, it might actually be an interesting chapter. If it sounds like an interesting chapter, it might actually be a boring chapter. There's some exceptions, but I'll read all of that later. I gotta be mindful of that shit. But it don't even matter. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super is effectively fleshing out the movie to make it match with everything that's happened with the Moto arc and the Granola, the Survivor arc. One Piece is practically a monthly manga at this point. Like, it's a miracle that the anime hasn't caught up. It's kind of like wrapping up the fights with Sanji and Zoro. So it's almost getting to that Luffy versus Kaido territory, which that's going to be a mission to get through. And even when the Wano arc ends, there's kind of like all this coda stuff with the Wano arc. So reality is, by the time they get to Eggman Island, we're still gonna be probably at a point where we should be like out of the arc, but we're still kind of wrapping stuff up. It seems like a quick arc. Like, it's only been like 20 something chapters and it's already getting to like the climactic shit, but of course it should be a short chapter. But with some of these like impromptu hiatuses, I'm just thinking, man, what the fuck? Like, I'm a big enjoyer of One Piece. Obviously there's stuff that I'm not caught up with in terms of One Piece, and I haven't been caught up with in years now, but still, early on, One Piece had this linear, story-driven vibe that made it feel like a JRPG come to life. The only other story that really felt like that to me was Hunter x Hunter. And even then, it's Hunter x Hunter doesn't feel like that anymore. Okay, this lady gonna have a seat. I guess Wazi and Noel have less of a reason to distrust this lady. Okay, so it's the equivalent of giving a place Michelin stars. Okay, let's see. Let's eat at the restaurants and food carts all across Crossbell to determine our favorites. Alright. So let me look up how to do this correctly. Alright, let's see. Waterfront area. So we're just gonna be foodies. Spicy ramen. The food of killers. What's good, Tinasaur? How you doing? Alright. This is probably going to be a short stream, and I'm going to be going to a restaurant really quickly. So, maybe when I get back, if you're doing something, I'll show some love. Alright, little food cart. Yeah, you got to Roxas. That's pretty impressive. You're inching your way. Roxas is hard. I remember when I played KH2FM and I beat Sephiroth before even getting to the world that never was. I was still having trouble with Roxas. Yeah, I mean, you were doing really well. One K is actually kind of tricky because if you get a dropped RC, that's just going to be a lot of lost momentum. So there's like 2 food carts around here. Yeah, man. I think being able to complete a run so you have a proper point of reference you can yourself is going to be like the big boon. This reminds me of that Trial Rigs video. Giving food weird names. Sure. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to like leave because my mom isn't here and she's gonna take me to the restaurant. And nothing in back alley? I'm gonna do this by the books. Hold on, did I get peddlers? Alright, cool. I see, so you want me to help you with research. I can do that. Little research, little insight. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Yeah, these things are always getting updated. Something like Kingdom Hearts 2 FM, because it's so active, people are always finding ways to optimize a run. So I guess I'm gonna look for this walkthrough. Yeah, because I noticed that the route people take to different worlds in any percent is a little different than what you're doing. Any percent and any percent all worlds. Names or more good. Alright. Even the military bases. Let's see. Alright, cool. So, casual, just trying to get your muscle memory. I respect that. Sometimes you gotta play the game casually if you wanna practice the speed run strategies that you'll be taking. JJ, so Jiminy Journal. Is that what that stands for? Kingdom Hearts 2 has a lot of mini games. And the synth is just absolutely a miserable experience. It's a miserable experience in KH2FM. It's a miserable experience in KH3. With the synthesis. It's so persnickety. Ah, shit, man. I gotta exercise again. My circulation is so bad, my hands feel like they're about to freeze. Alright, I'll check that out. I just want to copy this. There you go. Ah, crit. So you're probably not going to have the finisher pluses and the reaction boosts that you would have in beginner mode, but it should be a snug fit, all things considered. Because you're going to be dealing a lot more damage. Yeah. Yeah, Sonic Shadow Silver, he is committed to playing these properly, optimizing. Oh, there's the bus stop. I overshot. Let's see. I want to get to Tangram, Belgard. You've been doing pretty well with beginner mode. Learning the field of combat and just how to do that optimally. No greenery. And that's kind of the nature of a speedrun. You're kind of relying on everyone's built up knowledge, experience. Bus stop. I like this town theme. Get down to East Street. My feet are freezing, man. It feels like I'm bathing in ice cold water. Alright, I'll go to Tangram and then I'll go to Amorca Village. Tourists in Crossbow really like going to the military bases. I mean, I guess it's kind of like us New Yorkers and the Intrepid. Ooh! I get to rest, stretch out. I think this is the last one, and then we can put down the side quests. Flavors of rice, chicken, ketchup, and egg are simple. So this is like an Oyako don, except without the soy. I mean, I make omelet rices. Those are pretty good if you know how to cook it gently. Let me take a look at this shit. Waterfront era. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John go for it. Alright, let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I gotta go back to St. Ursula to finish that quest, but it's gonna take a couple days from now. It's a time delay quest. Alright, East Crossbell Highway. Ooh, my nostrils feel like they're burning. I ain't even eat anything spicy. But I guess it's time for some cryptid hunting. I gotta say, man, even though it's a hard time to be a weeb, it's a different kind of hard time to be a gamer. Now, weebs, we are eating, but gamers, we are freaking being Matildas right now. Like, I remember Stella Noxiclair keeps making fun of the tweeters that effectively go, JRPG fans, we are totally eating next year, but shit. You saw my 2021, you saw my 2022. That got me out here playing Kiseki games. I mean, the last third of 2022 was actually pretty crazy in terms of releases, but that was mostly because of Square. Like, I just got what's his face Valkyrie profile Lenif while I could still use this stuff before I had to update my information. I'll be playing that a lot sooner than I anticipated, but I'm glad that I'm going to be playing it because Valkyrie Profile is one of my favorite LPs to watch. That classic 2008 LP of Valkyrie Profile, man, it was just solid. And I've been using Lazard Valev's profile picture from Discord. This is a game that's I've been like anticipating one day playing for a while. It always felt to me like the perfect candidate for like a PS3, PlayStation 1 classic, but Square stopped doing those because they stopped being profitable, and by that point, PlayStation 4 was the star of the show. So I'm getting no EXP from that, but I'm still at such a high level that it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, chapter 3. Mine is Crossbow Highway, so somewhere around here I'm going to run into one of these joints. Cryptids. I went a little too ahead. That's what happened. I'm hoping to get an update for Suikoden, but there's already a lot of compromises that I've made. I know I'm not going to play the remakes to Personas 3 and 4 because I don't like those post-renderware editions. PS2 still kind of holds it. That's why I used to like be skeptical of Persona 5 Royal and how good it would be once I finally saw it. When it came out, I was like, you know, everyone who's like critical of this because they think it's a cash grab, you're just full of shit. Then I saw like the initial LP of it and was like, you know what, this might actually just be straight ass. I actually played it myself and was like, no, never mind, this is actually pretty lit. It's different from the other enhanced editions in that it's not hiding its bad story behind quality of life and this is what I was hoping for. No impedes. I got you material out of that and for entry filled, but alas, that's effectively all I got. Alright, let's see. Being able to play Suikoden again is just such a nice treat because ordinarily I would have to dust off my PS3 for that, and I'm really hoping that game, Ayuden, can both hold the fort at this uncertain time for me as a gamer, you know, kind of looking for a way to make money so I can get the PlayStation 5 and pay off like some bills I know are gonna come through. Oh, I see the grass. Okay, higher elements. Obviously get a little bit of privilege. My evergreens aren't hitting right now. Alright, I'm gonna just have her be my healer, so I don't really need her to go wild with it. Who do I want to hit more? I think I'm going with you. Alright, you're already in full health, so lucky me. Brave Smash, Sunbreak. Yeah, shoot both of them so you can get a double. Or who do I want you to heal more? Heal her. Okay, I don't want that, so I'm going to... Oh, that's not what I wanted at all, but... Oh, actually, it did work out in my favor. Alright, heal. Alright, and then you can toss.
Thanks. 任せろ。ありがとう。よし。私の番ね。任せてくれ。
Okay, that at least he didn't backfire. They're kind of building up the fact that he's like immobile and stuff like that. let's go for you. He's so blended.
Thanks. Yosh. させるか。はあ。行きます。えい。俺の番だ。
They get their shot off. Alright, let's see. You know what? I don't gotta waste time with this dude. Photon shot. Alright, good. Get on your bully. I think I have more than one of. Let's just bunch you up. Can't take advantage of that joint. Okay, regular hit. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I didn't even notice her shit was that low. Is this gonna be effective? Nope. You don't need that shit. Gangsta, this dude Lloyd is holding it down, man. Nice, got a little recover. Come on, go hard. Okay, I was curious what the win condition was. Just take out the leader and the rest of the cryptids fall? I guess not. You see, this boss fight was a little easy. But you know, I got a team that has a lot of evergreens on them, so we're able to overcome a lot of BS. We don't got like a team full of evasion tankers, but we got a team that can really pull off evasion. Okay, that was kind of useless.
ダメです。
一体何が原因なんだ。
Okay, let's see what this trophy I got was for. Notifications. Break it up. Use 100 S breaks. They got a trophy called I'ma Let You Fish. They got a fucking Kanye West reference with the trophy names. They were having a blast when they made that shit. The cop pun names and all of this other stuff. They knew what the fuck they was doing. Okay, I'll use a Casa Gene. Banana, 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 banana. Banana, 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 banana. Alright, so that didn't work. But you know what, let's just rest up. Okay, so Ursula by road, and then... But I do like this cryptid quest line. It's a nice change of pace. It's also nice the prospect of eventually being so busted that I'm never going to have to worry about grinding for all of this annoying shit. Money ain't gonna be a thing for me anymore. What other games that I have to show restraint for? In a couple days there's going to be the pixel remasters of Final Fantasies 1 through 6, and while I would love to get platinums on those games, the only game I can think of that I would really like to stream, because these are all games I've Let's Played on my YouTube channel, is 1. I always wanted to do the proper version of 1. I played it on my NES, but I kept falling asleep. We previously fought that guy, but that Shining Palm, but it never scanned it. So thankfully I was able to get that resolved. I went through some shit, man. I have some issues. Alright, detective, let's see. Ursula Road. I'm starting to look forward to Trails into Reverie, because it kind of sets up the whole Kudo arc. People are looking at it like it's the bird equivalent, and it's kind of trying to be. It's also kind of trying to be like everything from Cold Steel 2 after the climax, like the interlude and Rita Mission or whatever. But it's a little more than just that. You know, the Reverie corridor hallway that you were going through in Cold Steel 2 as well, which I thought was actually pretty fun.
あれ
いつ前に
何かの
で場の今のとただそう
とにかく
But also, it's really setting the scene OD for the Calvary games. You really can't like understand those games without it.
いたか
ティオちゃん同じくやはりどうやらロイド
ああ
Alright, well... Just you for now? Okay, higher elements, probably. Oh, earth weakness as well. This one's a little non-conventional. Okay, is that how you want me to do you? Well... Stone spike.
行くぞ
That's depressing. Come on. I mean, I'm taking out a significant portion of his health. Don't let the health bar fool you. Let me time this right. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get a heal. You must be out your mind if you think otherwise. Craft, Death Storm. if you're going to take a fatal wound, that would be a really good idea.
よし 行くぞ
行きます。
任せろ。サンクス。
任せて。 エニグマ駆動。よーし。 ありがとう。私の番ですね。そっか。
おっしゃ。
俺の番だなエニグマ駆動
え、 行きます。 えい。
よし
Yeah, I definitely don't have enough, so I'm going to have to move here.
マジかよ。
任せて。やっ。よーし。
サンクス。
よしエニグマ駆動
サンクス。
私の番ですね。そっか。
任せろ。
任せて。 おいしい。
手こずった行くぞ
Oh, okay, so stat down works. Anything that lowers defense.
やっで
私の番ですね。 任せて。
よし セット
行きます。
Okay, what a stroke of luck. So, you go that way. Actually, you go this way.
行くぜ。
よし
任せて。私の番ですね。エニグマ駆動。
サンクス。
行くぞやっと
今だわ。
Okay, maybe we can get like a stat down from this.
あいた
Nice. 500. Oh shit. It adds up, man. It doesn't look like it'll add up.
行くぜ。
よしさせるかは
さてと。
There's room for more where that came from.
任せてくれ エニグマ駆動
助かります。よーし。任せて。エニグマ駆動。
サンクス。 俺の番だ。
Alright, this is effectively chip damage central, which is not actually that bad of a situation for me. Good thing we had 10 different meals before we started this joint. Crab, sushi, earthquake.
行きます。
You're not gonna need much more.
私の番ね。
Craft.
行くわよ。食らいなさい。
That's right, get your shit back.
任せてくれ。
私の番ね。行きます。
サンクス。
よし。
私の番ですね。エニグマ
Alright, let's see.
任せてくれ。させるか。
This fight is gonna probably get me super close to the 100 impede trophies.
よーし。
Alright.
手こずってるか。
Okay, slow your ass down. That was actually helpful when Wazzy did that not too long ago.
任せてくれ。それ。
よーし。エニグマ駆動。
任せてくれ。エニグマ駆動。
助かります。
おっしゃ。
今だわ。みんな。
Alright, that was like a little hit to make up for the fact that I'm turtling up. Alright. I like how it kind of auto-selects like the person's lowest health in your proximity. Let me...
よーし。
行くぜ。
任せて。
任せてくれ。えいで。
はい。よーし。エニグマ駆動。私の番ね。
Craft.
行くわよ。食らいなさい。
よし。えいはっ。
私の番ですね。 よ
行くぜ。
任せて。エニグマ駆動。
任せてくれ。
Alright, cool.
行きます。
Art.
え、
Nah, I might need that in case I don't want to use this tear bomb. Oh, that's gonna be useful. Let me. Same with the plus 15 CP. That might be for like if I'm at the edge.
私の番ですね。 今のは、え、行きます。気高き女神の息吹。よーし。行きます。 エニグマ駆動。
行くぜ。任せろ。
行くぞ。
That's a nice finish. A little unconventional, but still, I enjoy that.
上出来だ。
グッジョブです。
やれやれ。
でも、
やっぱり場の歪み。
そう、ただ、何か具体的に、
具体的な原因。
先ほどから、私の顔、むしろ皆さんの方が、原因を見つ
よし。場の歪みをもたらしているものが必ずある。
了解しました。
手当たり次第探してみっか。
この
確か
ええ、すごく見たことがあります。
まさかとは思うけど、いや。
Alright, let me check if this is a trap.
何？
ああ、
これは何か
デュオ。
上位三属性の剣、すでにこの
そうか。
まさかその青い花が。
まあそのちっぽか。
もうその花からとりあえず
そうだな。医科大学あたりも。
とにかく心当たりが見つか
ああ。和人。
何か
いや僕のうろ覚え教会の聖典に不思議な青い花の言いつ。
え、
おい。
いやだいぶ前にエリーとか心当たりはないかい？
私もさすがに聖典なしでも不思議な力を持っているという少なくとも
そうだな。マーブル先生が。
そうね。
よし。
Let me examine the other one, because I did leave it alone, even though I noticed it. Alright, well... Okay, we're still not strong enough to like one-shot those dudes. It's kind of surprising. I thought those little pom-poms were going to be enough for me to just cheese the game and get to crazy levels, but that's not the reality. It's so weird, like, we're in the third chapter, and I know the range of levels will be towards the end. It seems like we're really just gonna like skyrocket in levels eventually. I don't know what to think about that. Like, I'm not saying like 20 levels, I'm not even saying 40 levels, I'm saying like... Fucking... It's gonna be weird. Okay, battery's getting low. Yeah, the decision to make this like a free, a week thing, go to a 4-a-week thing was pretty on point of me, because I can already tell this chapter is going to be pretty dense with it. Not just 4 days, but a lot of shit. You would think that there'd be like a in there, but no, just a shop.
いや、ひょっとしたら。
確かに。でもまた厳重が。
ま、
A control group. If I didn't fuck up. But that is pretty scientific of you. Just know that means that we're going to have to like kick some ass. There's a fishing spot where we fought the previous. Alright. So, day one I thought was going to be pretty busy, but it was the talking to everyone segment that was the busiest thing. Got a little bit. Let's spend it. Change. What do I want to give up? I want to give up some of this, some of that. Not this shit, not that shit. 200 of this, 200 of that. If I see a 0, I'm gonna make a expenditure. Slot. Upgrade. Alright, cool. I'm not even paying attention to who I'm upgrading. It might be someone who I'm not even gonna use. That's stuff I can put off for later, because I just need to get my evasion freeze when it's time to get evasion freeze so that I can enhance my evasion tanks. There's a couple things I need to do before I wrap this chapter up. First, let me double check to see if I spoke to Cop, because sometimes I'll have a mental image that I did something, but it could be a false image. I could be pulling an image from like another time that I did some shit. Okay, so I did what I had to do here. It is looking good in terms of what I've been doing in this game. 2 days and I got through like the most fastidious missable content related day where I had to be, as I said, fastidious, careful. This is not... I'm not gonna speak too much on it because maybe the next chapters are more involved than they seem, because yeah, there's not as many missables, but maybe the missables are trickier. Okay. There's a lot of side quests in the next day though, so I gotta be mindful. Oh yeah, I finished my rewatch of Monster, so I guess I'll just continue on this soliloquy, but I actually, went with a different attitude. The first time I watched Monster was because of Jesu Taku's top 10 anime villains video, and she put Johan at number 1, and the way she described Johan, I thought he had like supernatural powers that can make him do have other people do his bidding, but that was not really the case. He's manipulative, sure, but this time around, I know Monster's my favorite anime. I'm not going into it expecting it to be peak fiction, but I am expecting it to once again be my favorite anime, so I took my time watching this. I didn't go through it in a few days. I watched it over the course of 4 months, and I really liked it. I thought it was one of the best experiences. I got to enjoy it in a different light now. As I said, I thought that Tenma as a character was unattainably competent and noble as a person. And that even in terms of his dialogue, whenever he's silent as someone is soliloquying and speaking about their end of their life stuff, their regrets, their revelations, the understandings of other people, his silence speaks volumes. Letting the other characters speak and have their moments. He's just a great character, but on top of that, just the journey he was willing to do to correct what he thought was a mistake he made. Saving Johan's life. And Johan as a character, people try to build him up as the best anime villain, that he's this like sociopathic, manipulative, serial killer. He's so much more than that. He's so much more than a nihilist. The whole monster inside thing is kind of a reference to how this thing is in all of us. Johan is not, he's intelligent. He's certainly a big brain, charming motherfucker. But what was cultivated inside of him because of the false memories that he got, and just the experiment that he was a part of, that, the guys who didn't get turned, it was because there were things that prevented them from being turned. In any case, that shit was what made him the monster, and the greater monster, the collective unconsciousness of evil, and this Jungian stuff. A lot of anime tend to go Jungian with the villains and things like that, but this one took a very specific aspect, just fine-tuned it, asked the question, how would someone like this remain like this until it's too late, until they end up a monster who's killing people. I thought it was great. He's such a good example of just how something like that can turn us. I mean, Nina could have very well become the monster if it wasn't for Franz Bonaparte to say, you know what, you mustn't become a monster. You can be whatever you want to be. And how we thought this guy was going to be just this complete piece of shit, but he's so repentant that even though he shouldn't get a free pass, and he doesn't get a free pass for his iniquities, that's all interesting. And revelation of the twins' parents and shit like that. All the people in Kinderheim, because the Kinderheim guys, that was not a gifted kid program. That was the lowest of the low, basically being put in the children of this orphan. So it was Red Rose, but on a higher scale and with a mixed group of children. Not like these guys that were being bred up to be the elite of the elite. I really liked the eugenics element of it when I was 18, and seeing it in action now, it makes a lot of sense. I understand why Franz kind of kept his son out of it. It's not because his son wasn't gifted, it was because his son, he wanted to protect. He saw from what he was doing, what he did do to the twins' mom, that he ended up catching feelings for. Let me be good to my boy, because he understood it. At least that's what I think. I'm going subtextually, because so many of the people in the experiment, that lawyer's spy father, yeah, he was a spy, but he was actually a good person.
君たちのそろそろ夕方だが、もしかして
ええ、ちょっと
事情があり、こちらも忙しくは。君たちなら。
ありがとうございます。
お気をつけて。
忙しい。
下手なものを発表してしまったらそれだけで。
それはそうと。あ、
Before anything, let's go to the cemetery and get a book. From Marvel. It's nice that they have the cemeteries kind of degenerating to show that even like the name isn't forever. But there's like still something that's liminal there that is kind of enduring. Just the presence of, okay, this is something that's been here for a while. Space between the living and the dead.
お疲れさん。
君たちは確かクロスベル警察のシスターマーブルに用かね。
はい、そのとある植物。
植物、それは薬草かな。
なんでも晴天に乗ってるかもしれない。
ほう、ならば私がこれでも薬草や植物。
あ、そういえば。
まあ君たち、私は執務。
相変わらず。でも
失礼します。
ああ、入りたまえ。晴天に乗っている。
いえ、まだそうだと決まったわけではありませんが。
まずはこれまでの経緯を一通りお話しします。
時、空、四季の気配。
その以前報告させていただいた銅や総員の魔獣とも違っていて。
そういえば。
その花というのは。
あ、はい。光は後ろ。
これは
ひょっとして。
やはり。
いや、残念ながら。
え？
おいおい、そりゃね。
どう考えても
ないものはないだ。こちらから誘ってなんだが、これでも忙しい。ああ、博識な彼女であっても、その逆に。
どう考えても。
どう言われようとも、たとえ警備隊のソーニャ司令が直接訪ね。
This guy should not be speaking to fucking cops, man. He is staying steadfast, but he is self-snitching at the same time.
これ以上。
失礼します。
ちょいとばかり意地悪。
でも後ろまるで私たちの顔。
おそらく何らかの。それもやれやれ。そんな風。こうなったら全部の晴天を。
でも晴天、私が昔読んだのって多分普通の晴天に。
え、あなたは
Ries.
星使い、この礼拝堂から出て。
彼女は確か。とにかく行ってみよう。
さあ、あまり他の方が。
は、
失礼し。なるほど、確かにこれは。
わかる。
ええ、確かに。
Gloroma
とある聖典とい
grass.
っても正式な聖典ではなく、決定。
つまり正式なものとは認められている。
ええ、教会内でもですが、騎士団に所属する者はそうした下典の閲覧を許されています。
I like how apocryphal information in these religious texts is usually stuff that people say, oh, it's because it has some badass esoteric knowledge, but a lot of times it's because that stuff is just really weird, non-canonical stuff.
危険なアーティファクトの存在が記されているものが多いからです。
Like even the most strict sola scriptura as like refuses to celebrate Halloween, Christmas, or anything not on a Jewish holiday. Ask dudes, they really like this esoteric stuff.
なるほど。
ではその青い花は一体どのように記されて下典の一つ
I guess it's a part of human nature.
青き
I mean, I like the esoteric as well.
七葉脈の真上に咲く吉兆とも強調ともとその名もフレロマスその名前それって
教団の端末に残されてたっていう。
はい。
まさかこんな場所でその名の。
なるほど。かの教団の残したエラルダ大司教の意向もあり、弱ひちょっと待って、その花が本当にそれが各地で発見された。そうね。七葉脈の真上にさ、しかも
どうも。
とにかく一旦支援課に戻ってリースさん教えていただ。
そうです。なるべく私の名前を
大司教にとって
もちろんそのあたりはならばもう私の方も騎士団に連絡してお互い何か進展
ええ
よろしくお願い。
こりゃいい。こいつは最高だ。
That red text usually means someone is smearing up the blee on Gnosis.
これなら絶対にやつ。
There's a reason they followed up with this shit. Obviously, this is bald. I like the sword Bald has now. Then chain, that's chuny as hell. Even reinforced it would be like.
ただし、やり方は。
なるほどな。例の薬、そうなると警察にとって。
ええ。引き
他に
入ってるといえばどの道国家今は不安要素の洗い出しの方が。
確かにそうです。
いわゆる
しかしそうなる拳銃の調査もどうしたの？
気になること。いや一度ローゼン
結社の関
もちろん捜査令状がだがあの老人
だが今は特に話す何か要件連に免じ
訪ねてみる危険が伴うかも。
確かにもしかしたらあの工房に
ただでさえ危険な外国勢力が台頭。これ以上怪しげな勢力。そうね。まずは工房を直接。
ああ場合によっては捜査令状を手配する必要があるかもしれない。
よし。
ねえねえ、もうお仕事に。
なあキーは
シスお買い物して帰るけど。お買い物って確かに。ママのお父さんデパートの食
はは。まあ、
そうなるとちょいと涼しく。
あ、いいですね。みんなで盛り上がれそう。
鍋っていうことは
キーヤちゃん。お出汁をちゃんとと。
お。
帰ってきた時の楽しみができました。
ありがとうキー。今日はなるべく
Alright. I just want to like feed the cat and then wrap up the stream. State government, okay. Monster killing quest. In-car trouble. Alright, cool. So they're opening the way up for us. These look like fast quests, so in Overmore I should be able to take care of a lot of them while doing the talking, because there's not a lot of talking in this day. But I was thinking about this, like, I really go by the different plans when it comes to this series of Ouroboros. The first one, Laboro arc, is so different, but this one just seems so deeply connected to the Erebonian Cold Steel saga that, in both tone, vibe, and kind of just the overarching story, the way they bleed into each other and things happen concurrently. Even though they're part of the same arc, I treat them as part of like a greater meta saga of the Phantasmal Blade act of the story. And when you get to everything afterwards, like, trails into Reverie, even though that's still in the same locales, it's very much a part of the Eternal Reoccurrence plan, and it bleeds into everything with the Kudo series, Trails in the Dark. So, saying Trails into Reverie is so weird. It's like, I don't know, Kiseki, like, I'm used to saying Azure. But anyway, let me see the recipes. I got Peddler's Noodles. We still don't have the milled flour for that. Let me go get some. I mean, it's fucking flour. How hard should it be to get? By Sunshine on Yes. Stylish Mirror. Milled flour. Alright. Recipe, Peddler's Noodles.
ちょっと自信ないけどなんとかなりそうかな。やったー、美味しくできた。
Alright. So that's gonna be it for me. This has been your boy Mr. Wonka 7. Thank you guys for watching, and Aksaya Day.